Hello friends and welcome to another video lesson from DBOS Talks. If you haven't subscribed yet, please click subscribe and click the bell so that you can be notified of new uploads. This video is part of the playlist called SQL Mistakes to Avoid. And this time we'll be learning another mistake that we can avoid, which is using a wrong or non-existent column in an order by clause. Okay, let's begin by executing a simple select statement. Select asterisk from employees. So it will, if you have seen my previous videos on this playlist, I suggest you do, so you can get a better understanding. So this command is querying, getting data from the table, this time from the table employees. So it doesn't have any work condition, doesn't have any order by clause. We see a couple of records and there is no sorting order being used in the select statement. So now let us add an order by clause to this one. So I will remove the terminator and then I will add this order by clause, order by surname. If you remember, the syntax for order by is that after the order by keywords, you will follow that with, it will be followed by the column name or column name. So in this case, the column name is surname. I'm saying that when the database executes this query, the results at the output must be displayed in a way that it is sorted by the column called surname. So if I execute this now, then it will give me the output, which is sorted by surname. So if I can do it again without the order by, and you get a good look, right now here, if you look at surname column, it is not sorted by that. But you see, SRP starts with S, starts with RPST. So it's not sorted. But after I give it an order by, then it is now sorted by surname. Starts with CPRST, S, sorry, and then TT. Okay. So with that, we see the result or the effect of using the order by. Now, what happens if I added something, maybe just by mistake, I added this S here, and then I didn't notice that. It was very quick, and then I execute this. So we get an error, and it's a good habit that whenever you see an error, you must take a good look at the error message to know the cause of it. Okay. So in this case, the error says surnames invalid identifier. So it is saying that an identifier called surnames is invalid or unknown. So in this case, when we look at our select statement, the surnames here is we are expecting it to be a column name. It's a column name being used in the order by clause. But strangely enough, it is being rejected by SQL, by the database, saying that it is invalid. So one way to check if this is true is to look at the structure of the data, of the table. In this case, the table is employee. So you can do in your SQL developer, this is an SQL developer, you can do a Shift F4. It will take time. Or another way is you will do a describe. So I'll just close this for a while so you can get a good view. So I will say desk, which is short for describe. And then I will put in there the table name, which is employees. So if I describe this, it will give me the table structure. Okay. So we can see here that surname is there, but we happen to be we use the column called surnames, which has an S, ends with an S, and it doesn't exist in the actual structure of the table. What we have is surname, not surnames. So in this case, we have seen that the cause of the error actually is a typo error, the typographical error wherein we accidentally inserted another S at the end of the column name, right? So if we do this now, then it's correct. So that's one possibility, one scenario wherein we might hit this error. You might say it's so obvious, but things happen, especially if you're new to SQL and if you get careless sometimes, and these things will happen. Okay, so it's good to know and be familiar what that error message means when it tells you invalid identifier, then it is either referring to, you take a good look if it's referring to the column name or the table name. Table, they might say something like table of view does not exist. In this case, it's a column name. Okay, now in the next example, we'll be doing an order by using a different technique than the one you've seen. Okay, let me just close this. So select surname, given name, middle name, birth date from employees, order by 1, semicolon. Okay, so what you notice in the order by clause is instead of mentioning the column name, I'm mentioning a number. This number is the ordinal number of the column being mentioned in the select list. This is called the select list. You have the select keyword there, followed by column names. This is a select list. So meaning ordinal number, the order in which the column is appearing in the select list. So in this case, surname is the first to appear, followed by this is number 2 or second, third, and fourth. So what I mean by order by 1, since it's an ordinal number, order by the first column in the select list, which is surname. It's the same thing as saying order by surname. So if I execute this, it will give the same output as if I did an order by surname. Okay, if you check under surname, it begins with C, P, R, S, S, T, T. So it's correct. That's the meaning of this ordinal number. Now, what happens if I do something like this? So again, not a sleight of hand, could be an honest mistake, careless mistake, whatever it is. So if I execute this now, there doesn't seem to be a syntax error here. In fact, it's not a syntax error. But when I execute this, it will give me an error again. And not the same as the one we've seen earlier. So let's have a good look. It says order by item must be the number of a select list expression. Like I told you, the line in which you find the select keyword is called the select list. So it is saying order by item must be the number. So it's pointing to the order by clause and it's complaining about this number here. And if you remember, it was working earlier. I used number 1 there. If I use 2, 3, 4, it would still work. The problem here is that if you look at your select list and count the number of columns in there, here's column 1, 2, 3, and 4. So like I said, if you want to order it by this, I would say order by 1, order by 2, or by 3, order by 4. In fact, you can also order by multiple columns using the ordinal number or the column name. So in this case, the cause of this error is that while I only have 4 columns in the select list, 1, 2, 3, and 4, I am mentioning order by 5, which is incorrect because there are only 4 columns in the select list. So that's the cause of the error, okay? So we have seen in this short video a few scenarios where an order by could cause an error. And in this case, it is talking about an invalid column or a non-existent column, either by naming it wrongly in your spelling or naming it wrongly in the ordinal number. Okay, thank you for watching and listening. If you haven't subscribed yet, please click subscribe and I'll be seeing you in the next video.